Good Thursday, everyone. We've got a lot to talk about, so we'll jump right into it. We've got a impactful wintry mix likely tonight and Friday morning. That is what our Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union headline continues to be. Hazardous travel is likely tonight. And of course, we're at level 3, as you see there in the orange box. And that is what Stubbs Generators brings us as our level of concern of being level 3, hazardous travel from a wintry mix. Just as soon as it gets dark this evening, we start getting under that threat. The area of greatest risk, the area that I have circled there, which includes Overton, Pickett, Fentress County, that's your best chance for seeing more snow. And by more snow, I mean about 1/4 of an inch or less. But that's enough to cause problems. Areas of greatest risk for ice is everyone north of that bold red line there. And so that includes Crossville, Wartburg, Jamestown, Oneida, Livingston, Monterey, and even Cookeville. So now everybody is at risk, anybody on this map, but that bold red line there and points north, getting closer to Kentucky, going toward Kentucky's way anyway, that is your greatest risk for that freezing rain and sleet. Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast. Got partly to mostly cloudy skies today, and I'm going to lean more toward the mostly cloudy. May even see a flurry or a sleet pellet even this morning. Got a little bit of a disturbance coming through, not a big deal. Highs maybe 41, dropping down into the mid to upper 20s tonight, depending on where you are on the plateau. And then and some of you all may stay above freezing, especially south of that bold red line near the Cumberland Bledsoe County border area. It's not impossible. You all could stay at 33 and maybe avoid much of the mess. Friday's a wintry mix, especially in the morning hours, and I'm talking early morning hours. I think by mid-morning things start to improve. We'll look at that more in just a moment. Cloudy on Saturday. Sunday's forecast is very iffy. It's looking like another light precipitation event. May just be mostly showers if it comes during the day. And then Monday, we're partly to mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 30s once again. So we'll focus more on the event that we have coming in tonight and tomorrow. And you see here on your 24-hour temperatures, we're getting up into the 30s, upper 30s this afternoon. Some of y'all may touch 40, but then by the time the sun starts going down, we're already dipping down to freezing. And then some of us will be down into like the 29 degree 30 territory. Some of you all will be 32, 33 tonight. So that's going to be a big player in what kind of precipitation you get tonight and how much of it you get. So wintry precip starts threatening the area. The only change I've made to this graphic from last night's update is that I added 20% chance of wintry precip coming in by 5 p.m. So I'm telling you, just as soon as that sun sets, that's when the risk begins to increase. And so stepping up, all the way up to, let's say, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., you probably need to be home and off the roads just in case. Now, by tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., it looks like we got a 30% chance for showers. Most of the precip has moved out before the temperatures move above freezing. So, but for those of you who just get the light freezing rain, the light sleet, roads will dramatically improve as soon as that temperature gets into the 33, 34 degree territory. B&H Storm Shelter is bringing us our threats. That snow threat is still low, but it's mainly for Overton, Fentress, and Pickett County. All of us will probably see a little bit of snow up to a dusting or so before freezing rain and sleet kind of takes over. It's just a big wintry mix. Everybody's at risk for freezing rain and sleet, and it's all light. Snow totals stay under a half inch. A half inch would be the most, it looks like. And ice totals will stay under 1/4 of an inch. Most of us staying around 1/10 of an inch. It's not until you don't start having problems like with power and everything until you start getting into that 1/4 inch territory. So we should not have we're not expecting an ice storm, not expecting a snowstorm. We're expecting mainly impacts to travel. And so that is why we have the winter weather advisory in effect for tonight, which that was expected. I probably should have started off with that, but we are under a winter weather advisory for tonight across the Cumberland Plateau. That includes Cumberland, Fentress, Overton, Pickett, White, and Putnam counties. So it's all about this graphic, how thick the warm area is above us, how thin the warm area is above us, how cold the cold air is. So we're teetering right around freezing tonight. And so some of us are going to see a variety of precipitation. All of us are going to see a variety of precipitation. Thankfully, it's on the light side. So M&M snow jays chance, I have increased this to 70%. A lot of schools may just delay depending on how well things improve in the morning. That's going to be important. And so a lot to watch, but I give it about a 70% chance of many of you all not going to school tomorrow. B&H storm shelters bring us on this day in history. 1942, 6 inches of snow falls on the Plateau. 1982, Crossville's high of 72 is a new December record. You can get anything this time of the year. And then on, I forget the date. We won't worry about it. The unmanned space vehicle Mars Pathfinder was launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, in order to explore the surface of Mars. And I can tell you what date that was. That was 1996. So an exciting day there for sure. You folks have a wonderful Thursday and keep looking up. I'll issue updates as needed. And with any information that you need to know right up until this event is over, you just keep it right here to Meteorologist Mark.